Customizing the default 2011 WordPress theme. How to add an image to the body background, plus how to keep it in place or scroll with the page. This is the theme before, and this is the theme after. Of course, with this just being an image, a still image, you can't really see how the page will scroll, but you will here in a second once we show you the code that we use to do this. Now, the items here that you would want to adjust would be, well, naturally the URL here for your image. Of course, I've got this set up to where it's not wrapping, but you want to just put in here either the absolute URL or the relative URL, which is actually best. But this is the one item that naturally you would want to change because you don't want to use my URL. Once you have an image that's big enough, and that's what might take some playing around to do, once you have the image that's big enough to span the width of the browser, not just the page but the browser, then you want to upload that to wherever you want. As you can see here, I've uploaded this into the uploads section of my WordPress site. You can have it on any URL you want, but again, that's just totally up to you. But this is the code here that's going to be used to pull that URL into the body background. Now, the other item that will make a determination as to whether or not the image sticks in one place or scrolls with a page is fixed or scroll. Naturally, if you got fixed, it's going to stay in one place. As you scroll the page, the image will not move. The background image will stay in place. It'll be fixed. If you put the word scroll in here, S-C-R-O-L-L, then it will scroll with the page. So again, depending upon your personal preferences there. The rest of the stuff here, just leave it as is, or you can play around with it as much as you want, but totally up to you. The two main deals here is these top two elements, fixed or scroll, and have the URL to the image in here. So let's go ahead and copy this. Let me put that word wrap off again. Sometimes when it's all scrunched together here in the notepad, it will screw up the code. Go ahead and copy this, get this out of the way, go to my Notepad++, and open up the style.css for my child theme and paste that in there. And if you don't have a child theme, just put this at the bottom of your parent theme, style.css, and you might be able to get a better look at things here. Again, fixed or scroll, and then the URL to your image. And let's save this and let's upload this to our server, overwriting the existing style.css in our child theme. And let's head on over to our browser. Now, of course, with this being scrunched together because of the video, you're not going to see much of the image here, but I think you'll get enough to get the idea anyway. Refresh the page, and I believe we've got this one fixed. So as you can see here, as the page scrolls, the image doesn't. If we go into our dashboard, I don't know, hopefully this isn't going to confuse you, but I'm going to use the onboard editor instead of the Notepad++ and then upload it through FTP. If we go into the editor, then right here is that code, and we just change this to scroll. And of course, you do the same thing as I demonstrated earlier by doing this on your computer and then uploading the style.css via FTP, but this is just one other way. So go down here and update file, come on back here, refresh the page. You see it's still the same image and everything, but as I scroll, the image scrolls with it. So that element, fixed or scroll, will determine if the image stays put or if it's going to move with the page. And that brings us to the end of this video on adding a background image to your 2011 WordPress theme.